A good neighbor to nearby downtown Phoenix. We're at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale, Arizona. It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Kyler's starting off with the throw. Ryman there to haul it in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Murray here on first down. And that one's unsuccessful.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he'll get it up to the 44. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Seahawks drive is going to start from deep in their own territory. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's brought down after a short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go, get set. Here's that.
Running with Walker again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Here we go, 11.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He takes this in on his side of midfield. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And it'll be good field position for them as they take over right at midfield. The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Hits his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
They give on 2nd to Benson. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Play action now, Murray. Rolling out to his left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone, and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. Neither side. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They start out with a 2nd and 3. Staying with Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast. Third down, Jones to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. 16 yards on the play. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Here we go, get set. Great time.
Play fake, Jones. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it, right? Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
This is Walker on second. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First and 10 from the 41.
Hold on, set. Cut.
Caught quick right side. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Hold on, set. Great time.
Now an inside give to Walker. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, get set. Here we go, 11.
They'll give up the gut to Walker. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Buda Baker bringing that one to an end. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Omaha, set.
They send the tight end in motion left. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete. Here's Scott. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10.
Omaha, set.
The give now to Walker. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Omaha, set.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Seahawks earn the Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good ones, it can be a lucrative play to have ready, too.
Yeah, lucrative on the scoreboard, certainly, Kate. And don't forget about lucrative for the wallet, too. Next time his agent's at the negotiating table, he's going to be sure to bring plays up like that one. You mentioned the value he could bring beyond the work of just catching the football.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Buzz.
Back to throw, Murray. Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
Man, the defense was all over that throw, able to stop it right at the line. They could smell that one coming, and they sniffed it out in a hurry.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Omar. Hey, Larry. 2.
Murray setting up to throw. Completed over the middle. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10, Murray. Throw is there, Trey McBride. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Cardinals 1st down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Murray. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Sit. Larry.
They are throwing it again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He's got Harrison. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Cardinals out for the punt. And the fair catch made here at the 15. No return on that punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. "19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it."
Here we go, get set.
They've got a man in motion. Jones on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. This return starts at the 5. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost in the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They go with Walker here. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down. Running left, here's Walker. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go, get set.
We send a man in motion. 2nd and 13. Pass complete to Walker. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Receiver in motion going left. And he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here. From the shotgun, it's Jones. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
3rd and long for him here. Stays in the pocket. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Intended target there was Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll throw it from his own end zone. And he won't find an escape. They converge and drop him for the safety. Some early down aggressiveness in the shadow of their own end zone, Brock, and unfortunately, it costs them. They're going to have to punt it away following the safety.
Yeah, usually why you see coordinators call runs. Try to give yourself a little bit more room, so if you want to take a risk on third down and it backfires, it doesn't backfire in 2 points, but let's give some credit to that defense. That's a big play and momentum turner in the game.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Walker running to the right. And this is going to be a short carry that just reaches the 40. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Now go with Walker on the counter. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Offense in the hurry up here.
Here we go. Run.
Jones now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. Running down the left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. On the carry, it's Walker. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Trying again, Walker. Oh, and they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Short pass brought in. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. From the gun, it's Murray. That's complete to Wilson. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Now Kyler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. McBride hauls it in. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
They still need 10, but the offense getting set on 4th down. They snap it to Murray. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Benson now from the gun. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 37. Chased out to his right. He's keeping it.
You know, that's exactly how a defense should adapt as the play progresses. They blanketed everybody in coverage, but still kept all eyes on the quarterback to keep him from breaking containment. He got out for no gain. That feels like a sack for those defenders.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. He's back to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they hit him right after he made that catch. That's going to deny him the first. It's 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Only 1 yard, but when all you need is an inch or two, Brock, that'll still move the chains.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Now Murray on the play fake. That pass is complete to McBride. And they have the this well into the red zone now at the 15. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Cardinals, 8 points behind. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Benson. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Hey. 2-2-1.
Setting up to pass. Cutting near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. Fullback trying to power it across. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cardinals cut it to just 2 late in the game. So there's part 1, Brock. They get the touchdown that they desperately needed. Now, you'd imagine, comes a try for 2.
You know, Kate, this might be just as tough as that touchdown. I know they work all week on their 2-point plays, but they're hard to execute. That being said, if they want to force overtime, this is a must.
They're going to try and run for it. And he's in for the 2-point conversion. And near the tail end of this game, we are all tied up. Whew, crisis averted, Brock. They got the 2 and the tie for now, at least. It looks like they have saved off the L and forced themselves overtime.
Yeah, those 2 critical words you just said right there, for now, like for right now. But there's a lot more time on that clock than this defense would care to see. They got to step up. Offense just stepped up, got the 2-point conversion. Now defense, you got to respond to send this game to overtime.
And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the 4th quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that 3rd phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
Here he is to throw. Walker hauls it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Back to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Give him 30 yards on that one. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Putting a receiver in motion. Walker on first down. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go, get set.
He'll look to throw it. into the hands of Walker. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now the offense is going to take its third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Omaha! Say hi! 11-11. 21.
Looking to throw it. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And they break the tie as it's caught for a touchdown. What a call, what a catch, Brock. And that's the play that should win this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
PAT effort coming up. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. He's got him. That's McBride. And a good pickup of 9 there before he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. So there's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for 2 plays or just one last snap. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Benson's got it. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Seahawks take this one on the road.